Okay, we talked about concentrators before. This is a variation to the concentrator. It's by Invacare. It's got a self-fill type system on it. That's why this thing's on here. It just sits on here with a rack that attaches to the top of the concentrator, and this just sets right on top of it. And this
Got to come forward a little bit.
There we go.
Fingers.
Fingers, watch those. That'll hurt. Okay, this concentrator, this is a 5-liter concentrator. It's going to split duty between delivering oxygen to a patient and then filling this tank with oxygen as well. So the most this concentrator can be set at is 3 liters per minute and still fill this tank. If it goes higher than 3 liters, then there's insufficient oxygen in here to pump this up, and this will stop working and it won't fill it. So if you've got somebody that's over 3 liters, this isn't a good fit. They do have a 10-liter version of this that can go, I think you can go to 7 or 8 liters with the concentrator, and then another 2 liters to fill it. We don't have any of those in stock right now. It is available though. This system has got several things. Can you see this, Shad, very well? Just the buttons on this are, there's a alarm, so an attention button. If something's wrong with this, that light will come on, and you're going to have to go out and switch it out and look at it. If oxygen from the concentrator is not above 90%, then it'll trigger this O2 below normal and stop the fill process. Don't let that freak you out, because when you turn a concentrator on, it's going to take 5 to 10 minutes for it to come to full speed. So it's got to warm up. So that is going to be on for quite a bit of time. We did it earlier, and it took about 10 minutes for that to come on, for that to go off. Now this tank, when it's full, it'll indicate full, or if it's filling. Right now I've got it unhooked. This tank is the same fitting and everything that you had for the regulators. It's got the 2-pin index thing, and it's got the valve. This has got this part right here added. This is where the fill occurs. And this happens, there's this little, you push this little thing down, there's green dots when it's ready to receive the valve. This sets down on there, just straight in and push, and it'll snap on. Now it's going to snap on there, and this should start to fill up. Give it just a second. And we may have filled it up already. Maybe we did. I'm going to blow some oxygen off. Okay. That should detect that and start filling here in a minute. These two are connected by this tube on the back. It's got a quick fit connector. You just take that and push it in, and it locks in. To disengage it, there's a small little tab that you push, and it allows that to pop off. You have the same kind of fitting at the bottom of your concentrator we talked about earlier. Snaps that in there and wait, and that's how this sends oxygen to this. This has just got a simple on-off switch here on the front of it, just like your concentrator does, and then these will start to run and fill. These take a long time to fill. This pump is really, really slow. It's a really, really high pressure, so it just creeps along. This isn't going to fill very fast. It comes in different sizes. This is essentially a C tank. This one here is a D tank. Of course, this is going to take longer to fill. So the idea is, if someone is using this, they really need to be, as soon as they pull the full one off, they need to put the other full one or the empty one right back on it so it's filling. Because if they're going to go out and they need 2 tanks, they're going to have to sit there for a good couple hours to let that fill. So if they want to keep these full, they got to have them in rotation. Standard on one of these, you get 2 tanks with. When you get one of these, you usually get 2 tanks. And if they need more, you can get more tanks for them, but really 2 tanks should be sufficient for most of them. If they're going on a longer trip, then you can make arrangements to deliver them some extra tanks for that trip. But 2 tanks should be plenty for them to fill one while they're using the other and just milk can them back and forth. Okay? This is pretty straightforward kind of thing. We don't do these a lot. These are very expensive. This setup here is about $1,800. So just a concentrator by itself is about 450. So this little piece here is lots of money. So you want to make sure they're taking care of it. Anyway, that's about all there is to this.